Welcome to the last match of the semi-finals of 5-digit European Cup 2026, and this is the biggest match of them all. Russian Federation versus Poland. These two teams, I think two of the most biggest teams in this tournament, battling it out at semi-finals. It can't get bigger than this. And of course, in the commentary booth, we have me, William Pickaxe, and also the person who commentated at just now, 12 UTC match. And we have Torva. Hello, Torva.
Hello. How are we doing?
What do you think about this match? I feel this will be like crazy match. What do you think?
This match goes one of two ways, and both of them scare me. It is either a one-sided dominant performance from the Russian Federation, which they've kind of been showing this entire tournament, or it's a close match with Poland just on their tail the entire match, and either option is terrifying. Mostly because, of course, as a British person myself, I'm naturally going to be rooting for the UK, and whoever loses this match has to go against the UK, so I'm just scared.
Oh my god, this is going to be... I don't know what to expect between both of these teams. It's really either, oh, we go sleep easy, 1 hour done, run the showcase, blah blah blah, or we going to be here for the next 2 hours. We just don't know. We're just gonna see. And bans are already going to be on the board because Poland picked first ban, if I see correctly. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Poland go for first ban.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what they'll actually go for. I'm not too aware of what Poland are goated at. Like, from what I know, is Poland as a country when it comes to the OCC, and they're just kind of cracked at everything. So I actually have no idea what their strong suit is in the 5-digit range. But it seems their first ban is going to be getting rid of that DT3. I've been seeing this get banned a small bit. I actually don't even know what this map fully looks like because of the fact it's just been getting banned pretty often, but yeah, from what I know of it, it's just a lot of like slider, bursts, jumps, just kind of a mix of everything for the DT category.
This is kind of surprising for me because usually Poland ban HR. So it's either they're quite confident with HR or just like, you know what, it's Russia, there's no way we're winning at DT, let's just get rid of the DT. And the DT done, gone, and then they say like, okay, we'll take those HR, sure. Now it's Russia. I believe it's number 1.
Yeah, I feel like that's something they're going to be getting rid of. But oh, they're actually opting to double ban Hard Rock, getting rid of Hard Rock 2 and 3. Okay, that is not the expectation that we were having, but it is what it is. I mean, they're getting rid of the 2 smaller circle size maps, getting rid of the Hard Rock 2, which is 6.5, and they get rid of Hard Rock 3, which is 5.7. That is unexpected.
Now the Poland doesn't banning HR makes sense. Because yeah, there we go, Poland is going to ban speed. Because yeah, they apparently is scared of Russian speed. But Russia is scared of Polish HR. So, I don't know. This free mode is open. The free mode will be quite interesting. Russia can steamroll on the tapping picks now. I don't know, this match has become quite something in my opinion.
Yeah, the ban's going not the way either of us is fully expected, but what I will say is I'm happy to say, no more 2s on the table. No more 2 being on the table, I'm having a good day.
No more 2 on the table. How many BPM is this big boy?
190 something? 196. I was right the first time, I should have just gambled it.
196 with 4 minutes and a half. Okay.
Good bit of stamina burn, good bit of flow aim. Yeah, just overall solid stream map. But Poland do get the first pick, and it is going to be interesting to see what they go for first. Scarily enough, there's an option for Poland here to open up with a Hard Rock 1, which would be a bit weird, to say the least. With, again, you know, saying Hard Rock's been their usual bans, but then opting to be their first pick could be an interesting strategy. But, you know, all the free mods on the table, all the hiddens on the table. Still a lot of maps to start with, and their opening pick, just whatever they're feeling comfortable on.
Yeah, it's very true. Poland usually are not... they quite changes what their first pick usually are. And in the Swiss round is almost everything. They have picked DT first. They have picked Nomad 4 first. They have picked... Is that free mode 1 first? So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. HR 1 first pick is going to be quite interesting. But no, we're going into the Nomad 4 here, Torva.
Yeah, opting in for this tech map, good bit of slider tech, kind of what you expect in your No Mod 4 category. As far as I'm aware, for a tech map and for a No More 4 map, to clarify, in comparison to other No More 4s, I believe this is slightly on the easier end, and I'm only going off what I saw in the Kazakhstan versus the UK match, which is going to skew my opinion on it by a small bit, because, of course, the UK being very strong on No More 4s, but yeah, it was a very close point either way, and both teams were able to keep up pretty comfortably on this kind of map, so I don't think this is going to be too out of comfort zones for any of these teams, and I think it's, again, a bit easier on the No More 4 category for once.
It is very true, because this map was a custom from OWC 2024, a custom for HR, this map, for exactly this map, for HR2. So this is quite a smaller circle size, but also quite easier tech. It is still like modern flow tech that is inside this map, but it's not really that kind of hard if you play it without the hard rock.
Yeah, being a bit easier on the no mod side of things. CS isn't too problematic for them. I mean, it's 4.2 on no mod, you know, it'll be within that comfort range. And it was saying, yeah, a bit more modern flow tech, so nothing too out of the realm of normality for these players nowadays. You know, these players definitely have got a decent bit of experience on it. I mean, all of them being tournament players as far as I'm aware, so, you know, all of them will have played something similar to this at least in the past. So, again, not going too far out the comfort zone. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, what the score lines will be for this map. But for the side of Russian Federation, for the opening pick for the side of Poland, Russia are going to be bringing in Frindin, Wylance, Raging Dashi, and Wavy for the side of Russia. And for the side of Poland, they're bringing in Frodzinski, Bread, PC Jammy, and Iron Q.
We're going to start this No More 4. My eyes are towards the Polish side here. So what is their first pick, and a very, very important one. They're going to bet very hard on this, because Russia Federation, they tend to get scary when things matter.
Yeah, a team that doesn't succumb to pressure, a team that just isn't scared whatsoever of any problems. So it's going to be interesting to say the least what, you know, they are going to be playing into. But get a bit of a chill intro, nothing too crazy. Getting yourself to warm up, get yourself ready for, you know, the aim that's about to be kicking in very shortly. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But early score lead going towards the side of Russia by about 5k. Nothing too important yet. No breaks happened yet. No major rack drops as the map does build up into its first real kickoff. But Brett getting an early break out of nowhere.
That's very harsh for Poland right there. Another break coming in from Frodzinski. Oh, struggling even. And that's going to help Russia so much, considering how amazing Russia did actually in this map. All above 99%. All still holding on into the FC. Meanwhile, Poland, they do have 2 FCs of their own, but against this 4-way FC from them, Frindin is going to be breaking. That's an SS from Russia, sadly, but still 3 FCs on the board here, Tora.
Yeah, Russia looking freakishly strong on this map right now. Frodzinski, unfortunately, going down again. But it is still, you know, 2 full combos on the board and a very solid recovery combo coming in from Bread. But in the face of Wylance, Dashi, and Wavy all holding on to those full combos, it's looking a bit scary. But Dashi goes down just before the halfway point of the map. And Frodzinski is there to trade it, actually getting the break just beforehand. So no recovery coming in from Frodzinski yet, which is not looking ideal for their case, especially with Frindin. Now at the 300 combo mark, now on that recovery, as the full combos all crossing over that 700 combo mark. But it is 2 full combos to 2 full combos, and a much better recovery on the side of Brad.
Yes, it is going towards Polish side. It is going to be pulled slowly by slowly. Frodzinski breaking again, not ideal, but they do have some questionable free combos here, Tova. I think Poland have a good potential, let's say.
Yeah. There's definitely a solid opportunity here for Poland to bring this back, especially in the case in this last third, that if Wylance or Wavy find those breaks, then it might actually be wraps for them there and then. But right now it is on those recovery combos, and Frodzinski is actually a decent chunk behind, about 120 combo or 140 combo behind Dashi, but Bread's recovery is sitting pretty comfortably right now. The 800 combo mark as the 4 full combos are still on the board, but Iron Q goes down, and Jammy goes down. That are the 2 full combos for the side of Poland. Those are the 2 worst characters to have break for your team. Wavy trades it out, but Wylance does not, as they continue to go on that full combo towards the closing part of the map.
That's going to be catastrophic here for Poland, as I think they're going to lose out on their pick. First map ever, and it's already a break point. All FCs down from Russia, but Frindin holding on an 800 combo. Old Bread is having an 1000, but I don't think that's enough here. It's beyond savable for Poland at this point. And what a breakpoint to start off this match with Torva.
Yeah, that is a scary performance from the side of Russia, and not what you want to see if you're a Poland fan. Seeing, you know, both of your strongest combos on your team being IronQ and Jammy up until the ending, having those breaks is just so catastrophic to see. And then seeing Bread on the reverse choke is even sadder to see. And it's just when you look at the side of Violence and Wavy, who just did not break until it didn't matter anymore. Yeah, this is just not a good situation for Poland to be in. Not this early in, not to have a breakpoint as the first pick of the map. I mean, yeah, that is just terrifying. And insane scores across the board, but unfortunately isn't enough for the side of Poland, as Russia do get the first point on the board and now gets a chance to, you know, add on another point to the board and going to their own pick.
Yes, Russia, they have a very good advantage here. First pick from Poland is a breakpoint to Russia, and now they have the advantage to pick their own map here, and I do believe it's going to be a tapping map here, Tova. You know, Nomad 2, DT2, it's all open in the board, and I think it's going to be a very, very good thing for them to pick. What do you think, Tova?
I think it's a solid idea. I do think it's a solid idea, but I am interested, you know, in what the Russia do go for, because they're a team that are quite good at a lot of things, and there's so much available to them, but it seems they're currently testing the waters with the idea of going to a No-Mod 6, which was not the map I was expecting. This is, in fact, probably the map I expected the least. Going to AR8 No-Mod, but just an awkward map overall. Yeah, this was not in my cards for them to go into this early.
What? Okay. I think if this is correct, I think Russia is trying to, like, gimmick abuse them. They have one of the best gimmick players of the tournament, which is in Soundboomer, and also a very good team to back Soundboomer up. And I can see there are no players from Poland here. I think they are practicing. I think they are betting on it. They're betting on them doing gimmicks amazingly, abusing them on gimmicks. And there are 2 maps available on the pool regarding gimmicks, and they have other skill sets to choose from if this thing fails. So I don't know. I think it's a good strategy here from Russia.
Yeah, thinking about it now, yeah, I do see this being a solid pick for Russia, but again, it wasn't something I expected to see so early and going straight into just gimmick immediately after going into tech. I mean, I do see the play, and again, yeah, Russia do have very strong players when it comes to this, but yeah, this map, I mean, all it really has for it are awkward stacks, as far as I'm aware, is awkward stacks with low approach rate and just overall uncomfortableness nature, but nothing too freakishly weird. So this could definitely be playable for the side of Poland, but maybe a bit of shaken confidence after that, you know, No-Mod 4 going a bit wrong. This map I'm not too comfortable with knowing what, like, knowledge-wise, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, but yeah, I do think this is a pretty strong map for the side of Russia.
I do believe as well. My eyes are on number 1 is Soundboomer from Russia Federation. I think one of the best gimmick players from Russia. And then for Poland at the HD2, if I remember correctly, I think Brett and Ball3D having like a good score. But in comparison to Russia, Russia has a far greater score in my opinion, and I think it will take Poland a really great effort to try to win this.
Yeah, they're going to have to play out of their minds if they want to try and get this point back, especially after, you know, losing their first point on a map that they seemed like they were going to be comfortable on and confident on. I mean, they did pull out 3 1K combo scores, but unfortunately wasn't enough. But we do get to go into this No-Mod 6, Russia's first pick of the match, and we get to see that gimmick pick being played. Wondering how this is actually going to go. I'm wondering the comfort for the side of Poland here, but that is questions that are all going to be answered later. And Jammy, unfortunately, does find a very, very early miss, and so does Ball3D, which is not looking great for the comfort on this map.
I don't know, are those breaks adapt breaks, or are they actually struggling? Because it's looking like it's like, okay, never mind, it's basically uncomfortable breaks coming in from all Polish players. Okay, that's all FC's gone. And Russia is going to enjoy a very, very nice lead coming here, Torva.
Yeah, I mean, Violence does unfortunately find a break to tread out Jammy, but it's like, it's almost uncontested. Soundboomer also does go down, but it's still 2 full combos to the side of nothing. 130k score lead in favor of the Russian Federation, and they are just leading by such a strong margin. And even when you look at the accuracies, they're leading in a solid margin as well. 299s on the side of Russia, but 297s and 98 and 95 on the side of Poland. I mean, the comfort just kind of being shown right now.
Yeah, and you look at it's just half of the map, and it's already 200k. A lot of breaks coming in from Poland. Only combos are from the 2 bottom players. Never mind. Oh, okay. It's a gacha part. It's a gacha part, you can say, but Soundboomer is holding on to this round combo. No combos coming in from Poland, and we can see here it's basically a gimmick abuse coming in from Russia, just showing their absolute dominance on the map like this.
Yeah, just absolute comfort. Even with the 3-way break that they had, they're still 400k score lead in favor. So yeah, the comfort being shown on this Snowball 6 is just right there and then. I mean, last quarter of the map, but it might as well be written over and done for this map. Still climbing to 500k score lead, and there's no combos inside of Poland. They can't fight back. Not against the power of Soundboomer right now on, I believe, 500 combo with 99% accuracy, which is just pretty disgusting for this kind of map.
That's a terrifying score coming in from the best HD2's player from the qualifiers, and showing Soundboomer's true potential on a map like this. 600k, Tova.
Yeah, this is just disgusting individual performance. Like, just casually 1v2ing, if I'm not mistaken, and still having such strong supporting team scores as well. Everyone's sitting about that 460k mark and above. The worst player on the side of Russia beating out the best player on Poland by 30k. I mean, if that doesn't say dominant on Gimmick, I don't know what else does.
Well, I have no clue. This is one of the best Gimmick teams in this tournament, and Russia is showing why that title belongs to them. But back into Poland's pick, nothing too scary, nothing too crazy. It's just one breakpoint. Just one breakpoint. If they start winning points of their own, they might have a momentum to build up and challenge Russia here, as they're going into that HR1, Tova.
Yeah, opting for the Hard Rock 1. Not something, again, we expect at the very start with them usually opting to ban some of the Hard Rocks, but maybe feeling a bit comfortable on this pool. Going into Hexagon 26, 190 BPM, 3 minutes, and if I'm not mistaken, pretty standard for a Hard Rock 1, right?
I think this one is custom if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but it is mapped by Prody.
It is a custom for this, I believe, in the semifinals. Hard Rock 1 mapped by Prody, and I'm actually wrong in saying this is a bit more standard, because what I'm looking at right now is it's a few jumps here and there, but it's a lot of bursts in this map, a lot of streams, a lot of bursts, and just a lot of tapping requirements overall on this map at about 190 BPM, so should be relatively comfortable for these players. But again, Hard Rock aim does add a bit more to it, and that comfort is just going to be very 50-50.
It's going to be 50-50. Yes, sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. Also, another addition is it's not just a custom map, it is a custom song. I was not aware of that. As my apologies for not announcing that earlier. So we have got a full custom for the 5EC. Yo, the budget go crazy, bro.
Yo, custom song in the map pool here, but okay. Just reiterating from what I said, it's mapped by Prody. Prody is quite prominent, showing a lot of customs, especially on DNB, and we can see it here. It's basically already DNB right from the start. I think I have a theory of why Poland picked this Tova. They have #1 seed on number 2 Poland team, and also they have a quite good HR scores as well, beating Russia on qualifiers on HR1. Names that I will be saying is from Arthur Bestia 69 PL, which is I think one of the top 6 players from a top 6 performance at the qualifier. So that's going to be why Poland picked this. But yeah, there we go. That's a name that I was waiting from before here. Miao Zarte finally coming in from Russia. And yeah, let's see how this player will fare at this HR1 custom.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they fare at this. I mean, songs are banger, maps are banger. This just looks fun as a whole, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. CS at 5.5, so getting close to that range of maybe slightly uncomfortable, but not too much just yet for the players. Score is going about back and forth, which is to be expected this early in until there are major breaks. But yeah, I mean, it's an early accuracy lead for the side of Russia, which you can see by the score fluctuating, but staying on their side right now. And it's happening quite easily because of the fact of Meowsart holding onto the SS and Wylance holding onto a solid high 99.4, and Wavy just now only dropping below the 99. I mean, across the board they're looking strong, but Wavy does find a break before the slider section, and Meowsart goes down as well, which is not looking ideal for the side of the Russian Federation, as Poland now take the lead with 4 full combos on the board.
It's gone catastrophic here from Russia. Meowsart is going to be breaking again, traded by Obred, but Poland is going to enjoy a 3-way cushion. Is this the first time Poland has ever had this advantage before?
Yeah, I mean, they have Wylance directly on their tail, but it doesn't really matter when you've got 3 full combos on the board. Even if all 3 of those players are below the accuracy of Wylance, they're still taking a significant lead of 250k halfway through the map.
About the half of the map remaining, I think Poland can see it. They can win this HR1. They just have to bring themselves together and score an absolute crazy scores when the map's... Oh, that's done!
Oh.
That's done here, Tom. Last FC gone from Russia, and Poland, they're going to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, still 2 full combos on the board from the side of Poland. IronQ did drop the full combo, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. They still got 2 on the board. They got Arta, who has also just dropped the moment I mentioned their name. My apologies. And Willuma also holding on to that combo. And it's just Wavy alone with the high combo on their side. 500 combo across, but there's just no teamwork there remaining for them. And it's unfortunate all the full combos are now down, but damage is so far done. 420k score lead in favor of Poland. And they are going to be taking the Hard Rock 1 back, taking the custom song and map for themselves.
There we go, HR1 done.
I had 727. My day's
Let's
ruined.
hope not.
My day's ruined. My day's actually ruined. I heard 727 in the song. My day's ruined. Why have you done this to me?
Who made this song? Is that who made this?
It's Nordax. Like, or not Nordax.
Is this the real Nordax?
My day's been ruined.
Okay, congratulations to Poland. Willumina with the highest score in this HR1, 920k. That is disgusting. And Arthur just behind Willumina. 2 best Polish players at the HR, and yeah.
Oh my god, thank God, Arta. Thank God you didn't get one more combo. Thank God. Yeah, still, genuinely some crazy performances there from the side of Poland, holding on combos for so long and then only dropping Wilma's full combo literally in the closing moments of the map is a bit unfortunate, but still, genuinely an impressive score from them, and it does show that they have got things they can beat out, Russia on. They've got things that are in their favor. And it's gonna be interesting to see what they go with her, because, Russia now know they can't really pick into the more, very mechanical maps. Like, the more tapping mechanics, sorry. But they can still pick into Gimmick, they can still pick into awkward maps, and there is definitely enough of them on the board. And speaking of, they do opt for the hidden too.
I think it's like the most logical sense here. Poland winning on mechanics. You just keep going on with gimmicks. Because you only have 1 breakpoint. You might as well. Just streamroll on gimmicks. You still have Fremont 2, DT4, Eden 2 on the map pool. You just have to go for it. Bring Soundboomer in, and we're gonna win easy points.
Yeah, I mean, you bring in Soundboomer, who is your leading player for these gimmick maps. And then you bring in the rest of your roster who are also really comfortable on a lot of these maps. And yeah, you can just run away with it almost. And, it's actually quite nice that, that Soundboomer does have that supporting the team as well, especially behind him when it comes to these gimmick maps. But it's Poland you got to look out for as well, because, they're the ones having to fight up against it. They have to fight against the team that are so dominant on gimmick maps and have quite a lot of the gimmick maps available to them. So it's going to be interesting to see who they bring in and what they try to do to fight against it. Because, again, with them now being behind and needing a breakpoint to equalize the match, they can't just sit back and go, okay, we can write off the gimmicks and just play what else we have. They're not in a position to do that. They have to sit there and fight for every single point on the board now.
That is very true. That's why they are bringing, I think, one of the biggest guns Russia have on gimmicks pick here. Soundboomer, Raging Dashi, and Meowsart. I think this is, and I think Wylance is the last guy for Russia. This is like the biggest weapons from Russia, especially on gimmicks. Meanwhile, for Poland, I think it's going to be Bread and Ball 3D. Yeah, it's the players on your screens right now. So yeah, will Sound Boomer emerge as the greatest gimmicks player at this tournament, or will Poland have something to say towards that?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Poland pull off on this, because his Hidden 2 isn't too crazy from what I remember. This was picked in the UK match, so I do remember seeing a bit of it, but it wasn't like there was much to write home about, in the sense of this map isn't insanely crazy. It is just kind of a normal Hidden 2. AR8 reading, gonna be difficult to a certain degree if you're not comfortable in Hidden, but I expect especially a lot of the players on the Russian side to be quite comfortable on this, but Poland also quite early in, looking reasonably comfortable on this Hidden 2, so this one might end up being a bit closer than Russia might anticipate for.
We're going to the Riddick section here, and no breaks coming in. I'm okay. PC jamming, first break coming in from Poland, but so far, everyone from this lobby is showing some kind of comfort, as only one break from Poland to start things out here.
Yeah, only one break right now, and you know, it's nothing too major just yet. It's going to be looking for the side of Russia when they break, but it's going to be Raging Dash to go down, but Jammy does trade out immediately, and Dash goes down again, but that is a bad break for the side of Poland, as Frodozinski does also go down. It is 3 full combos to 2, and the trading battle that was going on was going to be a decent but okay for the side of Poland, but having 3 full combos now go down, with Bull also being a player to drop, is not an ideal situation for them. And trying to get this break point, it's not looking great, as Bread is now the only remaining bastion they have against the Russian Federation, with the 3 full combos on the board coming in from Sound Boomer, Violence, and Meowsert.
You know, do you want to know the terrifying part here? All full combos from Russia is above 99, and Bread is the only FC holding alone. Like, it's looking very bleak here.
Yeah, there needs to be a triple break on the side of Russia. And speaking of, one of the full combos is going down. Sound Boomer does drop, which does open up the gates a small bit, does open up a chance there, but 2 misses coming in from Jamie and Frozinski, which does destroy the recovery combos, which does make the chances to close 600,000 score difference a bit difficult to do. Bread does continue to hold on, but it is going to be looking at Violent and Meowsart. If either of them break, then, you know, there's still an opportunity. But Meowsart does go down, and now it's just Violence versus Bread, but oh, Bread goes down, no. And that closes the door on Poland.
That's done. It's already 700k, it's almost 800k. Violence still holding on into this div spikes here, not showing any cracks here from Violence. When Sound Boomer falls, Russia still have another player in Violence to bring home this Hidden 2.
Yeah, and Violence just also bringing a crazy accuracy stable. Unfortunately, does find a few ACK drops, dropping down to 99.17, but it is crazy to think the fact that Violence pretty much averaged this map at 99.7 up until that ending, and was a crazy performance.
Why?
Okay, man.
What?
Yeah, okay, Violence. Okay, bro.
Okay,
just
bro,
casually
okay, bro.
almost full combo the map and then miss on 2 sliders on the very ending. Yeah, okay, bro. Sure.
You had 1 million, man.
Yeah, okay, bro. Like, you could... The scary part is, right, you could remove Violence's score, and Russia still won.
That's crazy.
That's terrifying. Because the score difference at the end was 1.06 million, if I'm not mistaken. And Violence dropped 994k. Oh my god.
What? Okay.
What do you do against that? You pick mechanics, that's what you do. That's how you diff that. You pick mechanics.
You tell your team to calm down, you tell your team to take a deep breath. Now
you tell your team to pick no more 2. You tell your team to pick no more 2. Go into the Nebula map. Yeah, go on to Once Upon a Sun. Just give me the no more 2. Let me witness no more 2. Please, it's all I care about.
You know, there's another thing that they might save no more 2 for later.
Yeah, they might save my no more 2, man. Fine, pick DT2.
they're not gonna pick DT2. You look at their bans, it's DT3, number 5, there's no way.
Nah, but that DT2 is pure evil. It's a different map, but instead they're actually gonna be opting for the DT4.
Why?
This was not a thing I was expecting.
But why? I mean, it's high AR, sure, but I have no idea. I let them cook. I let them cook here for it. I let them cook here so well.
Yeah, this, as far as I'm aware for this map, is mostly DT slider aim. A relatively long map with DT as well, but yeah, this is not a pick I fully expected going to, the DT category in against Russia, who have been notoriously quite strong on it as well, if I'm not mistaken. This is definitely a very interesting pick, to say the least.
I still left Stump here. Why? But why? Like, I'm pretty sure Russia has a so bigger qualifier DT score than Poland. I don't know if it's the map, but I don't think it's the map. I think they're really they feel confident on this one. They feel confident they can beat Russia on this. We just have to see it later. Yeah, we just have to see it later here, Sorva, because...
To be fair,
yeah,
if you have confidence, you might as well roll with it, because even if you might be, on paper, a weaker team when it comes to a certain skill set, if you're feeling confident on it, and you just feel good, sometimes you'll just set a score that you would never expect yourself to set, and this DT4 might just be a product of that confidence coming out.
Well, that is true. That is very true. But it's, I don't know. They have, I'm not quite sure. Sorba. I mean, like, maybe the smartest thing to do is you pick Fremont, you pick number 1, you pick DT1. Maybe I think DT1 is a bit better, but we shall see. I mean, we might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I trust the players with their picks most of the time. Like, if they've picked it, they've got a plan in mind. And I think that's the case going on right now for Poland. They've got a plan in mind, they know what they want to do, and they're just opting for the DT4. Because, in my head at least, they've definitely practiced or gone over the fact that they're going to be playing against Russia, and they've gone over their team strategy and what they want to pick into. And I'm assuming they're sticking to the plan, and I'm assuming this was in there, because in my head, there's no other real reason why to pick this other than, again, just overly feeling confident and just knowing you can maybe pull out a crazy score on this kind of map.
We just have to see here. I am noticing for Poland, it is the HR1 roster that they have put it in. So if this map is quite the same as HR1, I think 2 of the before players might have, well, that might be the answer here. 2 players from Russia already down, 4-way FC from Poland is still intact.
Yeah, this is looking...
Is that the real answer?
Yeah, this is looking a bit stronger than expected for the side of Poland, and by that I mean, I'd expect these players to hold on as long as they are currently, right? That I'm not too surprised about, but I wasn't expecting 2 early misses to come in from Frienden and Raging Dashi. I was expecting these guys to be, pretty much 8-way tied FC for most of the part, but it does go down, so it is 3 full combos versus 2, but the recoveries are there for the side of Russia.
Those recoveries are going to come in clutch here as they are pulling, but Frienden breaking. That makes things awkward again. Poland is going to... Oh, wavy down. That's going to hinder Russia by a lot, as Poland is going to have a step foot here.
Yeah, Willuma unfortunately does also go down, but it's still 2 full combos versus 1 and a recovery coming in from Wylens and Dashi being the main fort now for the side of Russia on this map. Again, halfway through the map, and those 2 are the combos to be looking out for. If either of them break, then it's going to start looking a bit more dangerous for the side of Russia, but Poland still have 2 full combos on the board, and 2 pretty strong ones at that, as they continue past this halfway point of the map. Arta also on a decent recovery now as well, matching Frienden, and Willuma only just a small bit behind Wavy.
It's looking scary here, Torva. It looks very fragile for both of these teams. 1 break and the scores still start shifting over to the other side. But so far, Poland is still holding on with the advantage they have.
Yeah, seeing a very, very chill 150k in their favor. Nothing too worrying. I mean, accuracy game looking pretty even across the side, but I think Russia are ahead in the accuracy game, but again, it's those combos you want to keep an eye out for, and Willuma does find the break, but if you're rooting against Poland, that's not the break you're looking for. Frienden also goes down to trade it out, so it seems like Poland would be running away with this score lead in the last quarter, as it is still climbing 190k. Even with the recovery from Dashi, even the recovery from Wavy, it's not going to be too much for them. But Iron finds the break. 1 of the full combos are down, but The recovery from Dashi goes down, but the full combos are all off the board. It might close in the final moments. Violence still on the full combo, but the break from Wavy, I think, doesn't give them the opportunity. It went from about 170k to 70k in such a short amount of time, but not enough map, not enough density to close out in the end.
That was quite scary at the end, not gonna lie, but Poland still have it in the board. I guess Overhead and IronQ basically working as hard as they can to make sure Russia not able to pull this one out. Even though Violence with the FC of 14,100, so that's a crazy score coming in, but Poland just have more team score. It's crazy.
Yeah, having two players individually dropping 900k and 930k to be specific as well is pretty crazy from both those players. But, you know, even the 1.1 million from Violence, unfortunately not enough to make up for, you know, a small bit of those misses coming in from, I believe, Frinden in the top right corner on the side of the Russian Federation. Did have a bit of struggle there, but it wasn't their pick. They don't have to be too worried. They got their breakpoint early in. They can pretty much relax when it comes to those Poland picks, but it is Russia's opportunity again to pick into pretty much anything on the table. I think they might double down on the hidden, or maybe even go into the free mod too.
Yeah, it's either on two of the hiddens or either the free mod too. Both, all options I think works here for Russia, and I think the pressure is more towards Poland because they need to get one more breakpoint from Russia if they want, and if they want this match to go until the last map, which is tiebreaker. Russia is gonna go double down on the hidden 3 being picked here.
Yeah, this map with hidden is a bit of a devious one if I'm not mistaken, because from what I know of it, it's got a few bursts, got a few streams here and there, but I would argue this map as a whole is just hidden flow aim throughout its 2-minute duration, and it's going to be interesting to see how the players feel on this with the hidden, but I do think this one may be the most even out of the hidden pool, if I'm not to be mistaken, because, again, you look at the side of Poland, they've been pretty confident on the mechanical side of things this match so far, and this map does have quite a few bits of it. 175 BPM streams pretty much the entire way through, with a few sliders to be picked around here and there, but when it comes to the pure hidden side of things, it's been pretty comfortable for the side of Russia, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I think this might be the closest 50-50 map in the pool.
I do agree and disagree at the same time, because if you look at Poland like historical record on hidden, they don't really do that great when you compare it with Russia. You have like Violence, you have like Lefutit, you have like Raging Dashi, all doing very good on hidden maps, and in comparison to Poland, I think that's the biggest reason they picked this one. And yeah, I'm not really sure as well. You know, when you look at number 4 and it is 4 in retrospect, when we compare them on paper, it's Russia, but Poland somehow finds ways to have a bigger team score against Russia. Even though Russia has like a very, very good score on their own, Poland still have a very, very good team score against them. So it can go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, again, you look at the pure mechanics, Poland have the advantage. When it comes to pure hidden, Russia have the advantage. So, again, it's 50-50. It's going to be the reading versus the mechanics side of things, I feel like, is what this bout will be. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, the scores overall, because I think accuracy side of things, I think Russia might end up taking the lead because, again, the comfort on the hidden. But when it comes to combos, I do see Poland bringing out some pretty strong combos here, and the map does get a start, and early in, we're seeing exactly what I mean. Misses coming from Dashi and Jammy, and Bull actually very early in, but accuracies across the board looking a bit more favorable to the side of Russia, as Violence also opens up with another miss. So it is 2 full combos within the opening seconds of the map, and Wavy also going down, but so does Rodzinski.
I think this all are adaptation breaks coming in. They haven't played hidden high AR for a long time in this match, so the only people who ready are Obred and Frinden, but Brad finding a break just before the long slider, that's gonna make Russia sigh a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this early in, I wasn't expecting to see this many breaks come in, but it seems the recovery to the side of Russia is doing quite well right now, and Frinden still holding on to the full combo, which is the only remaining full combo on the board, but the recoveries to the side of Poland aren't looking too ideal. All of the 3 players at 100 combo each, and Bull only player remaining on the board to try and keep up with the 300 combo mark, but just 2 players on the side of Russia above that, and still holding on to that 1 full combo from Frinden, being an extra on top of it. It's going to be in, and it's going to be a difficult uphill battle for him, with Frodzinski finding another miss. Violence does trade out a bit later, but it's 300k score lead and still just less than half the map remaining.
No, ball goes down, and that's one of the biggest hopes coming in from Poland gone, but Brendan is going to be trading. Never mind, OB Gaming is going to also breaking the combo here. Raging Dashi with the full combo, question mark, against almost no combos coming in from Poland.
Yeah, every single time it seems that Poland starts to build that combo, someone on the Russia side does find the break and brings down another Poland member with them. Dashi also goes down, but it's 700k score lead in their favor. No combos on the side of Poland, and no map remaining to speak about. Just getting these closing sliders through and over and done with, as Russia do take their 4th point to their side.
Huge hats coming in from Raging Dashi, holding on. What is that? 800 combo, 900 combo, 700 combo. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Basically becoming one of the difference makers coming in from Russia for this Hidden 3. Also, Brendan, 600k, not bad. Very good accuracy as well.
Yeah, I mean, talking accuracy, you have to look at Dashi's 97.88, and I'm pretty sure it was uncontested as well as the highest accuracy in the lobby. Closest, of course, being Brendan, who was an entire accuracy percentage behind. So you're just looking at that overall comfort on the Hidden coming in from inside of Russia. I do think if you take the Hidden off the table for this map, I think Poland might be a bit more comfortable in it and be a lot closer. But again, Hidden comfort just going in spades for the side of Russia. But Poland have a chance to pick now. They have a chance to answer back, and they've got to pick carefully now, because if they lose this point, they are in the hot seat and in the danger zone for Russia, as Russia are only 2 points away from closing this match.
I do agree. This is going to be Poland's one of Poland's biggest decision making. What do you pick after this one? I do think Nomad 2. I do think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time here. It's over. I think it's time because like if you get a break, never mind. It's Nomad 1.
I think Nomad 1. Yo, gang, if any of the Russian players are in chat, please do me the favor. Pick the Nomad 2 next. I beg of you. Let me see the Nomad 2 at least.
Nah, they're gonna pick Nomad 2 after this. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go there. I mean, if Poland wins this next map, it's Nomad 2, no matter what. Sure, but so.
Surely.
Surely, because what? Russia has, in my opinion, Russia has 3 scary picks, which is Hidden 1, DT2, and Fremont 2. So after this, you are not allowed another second chance. If you fail at one of the maps you pick, it's over. Russia got match point. GG, it's done. So yeah, they need to win this Nomad 1 in my opinion here. Sorba.
Yeah. And this Nomad 1 isn't even too complex as far as I'm aware, right? This is pretty standard triangular aim for the first half of the map. You get to the mid section of the map, you get a few streams later in here or there at 200 BPM, but they're not too long. And then the later half of the map is a few bursts, but again, continuing the streak of those triangular jumps, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. 3 minutes long, so you do get to test that consistency, and you do get a chance for the back and forth battle to happen. But again, I am very intrigued to see what the scores will be here, and I'm very intrigued to see where the breaks will be, because as we've seen so far, there will be breaks and there will be a back and forth, but it's just a question of when and where will it be.
Yeah, this is basically a consistency check. It's mapped by Captain. Captain, a very, very prominent Nomad 1 mappers out there. And yeah, I think I do see Poland winning. I do see Russia winning. It's basically casino at this point. So let's see who has the better luck of both of the teams.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. As we do get into this Nomad 1, the map does get to start. As we do see the first major attack, I would say, coming in from Poland, where they are now, in a actually not even pretty, just a very uncomfortable position to be in this match. And they are having to fight the uphill battle. And unfortunately, the first miss is going to the side of Poland, with Wiluma, unfortunately, finding the first break for their side.
It's still very early though. This map is quite long, 3 minutes long. Any breaks after this is going to help each team.
Yeah, it's going to be those breaks in the middle which can definitely start to cause a few problems. These early breaks, just tactical misses, because again, as I was mentioning, there is not a logical expectation for a 4-way full combo on this. It's definitely a possibility, but not one you'd expect. So, you know, those breaks should be coming in later in, as we get into, I believe, the first key eye of the map, where the jumps get a bit more intense, a bit more spaced out, and a few bursts littered in between. And there's no major breaks yet. Still 4 full combos on the side of Russia, but Frinden goes down, but takes down Arto with him. So there's 2 full combos on the side of Poland versus the 3 from the side of Russia.
Still, this one is still towards Russian side, considering Wilhelmina's early miss coming in at the early side of the map. So, still, anyone's game, it's still anyone's map. Brendan finds another break, but I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, the miss will help a small bit as the score lead does start to whittle down, but it won't be closing by speed anymore. It's going to be those major combos needing to go down for the side of Russia, as Wiluma is actually bringing a decently strong support and combo now, but Frinden does find another break, which is going to make it a bit easier, and Wavy goes down with Frinden. That is the break that was needed to be found. It is 2 full combos to 2, but the recovery on the side of Poland is looking a bit nicer. Arta goes down, but it's just still that recovery from Lumina. Sorry, I can't pronounce the name correctly, my bad. Yeah, still, that recovery just doing so much work for them as that score lead does increase, and Mialzad also goes down.
Obred Dust goes down as a trade. The trade, this one helps Poland by a lot. IronQ and Wilhelmina knows they have this Nomad 1 in their hands now. But there's still Violence again, the person who basically do some amazing performances just before. And if Poland doesn't be careful, Russia might have another thing to basically pull this map as Wilhelmina drops the supporting combo.
Yeah, it's now a sketchy situation for South Poland because they are almost 100k in the lead, going down now to 80k in the lead and closing because of the supporting combos on the board, especially coming in from Frinden. It's the full combo versus full combo, Iron versus Violence, but it's those recoveries that are going to become scary as the score lead starts to climb down pretty quickly, but it's just going to hover that 50k mark coming towards the end of the map, and Frinden goes down, that's the supporting combo down. And unless there's a break coming in, both of the 1v1 players trading each other out as well. Poland bringing the Nomad 1 to their side, bringing it to 4-3, getting a point on the table, and that's a point they were definitely needing.
That's... okay. What? That's... very, very close one. Closer to comfort, probably for Poland, but this is quite a 50-50 map. We expected this. But Violence and IronQ both performing out of their minds, but it's going to be Poland taking this one, having a higher team score. IronQ with the unbelievable 99% accuracy to top things off. And there we go. Poland we have another chance to see number 2 here, Torwa.
Yeah, this is a situation to be in because Russia, again, the gimmick maps are starting to whittle down now. I think they really only have that 3 mod 2 on the table for the gimmicks remaining. And then the rest of the maps feel a bit either 50-50 or maybe even Poland-sided. I'd see this being a very possible tiebreaker in the making.
It is very possible. The thing is, Russia still have the early breakpoint coming in just before. I think it was from the Nomad 4, right? Yeah, Nomad 4.
Yes.
And yeah, and I think if they win all of their picks after this, it's going to be an easy win, in my opinion. Not really easy, but like, okay, we will win this no matter what. As they pick Fremont 3 here, Tova.
Yeah, this was not the one I completely expected, but also, again, not too surprising. This one's a bit less than your usual comfort map picks from what I'm aware of. Good bit of ult, good bit of slider aim, mixing that with a free mod, so the Hidden's not going to be struggling too much, because I believe it's AR 9.5, so Hidden comfort will be there for the side of Russia especially, and CS4, I think the Hard Rock mod might be a slight bit more of a challenge for this map, just because of the kind of map that it is, but either way, it shouldn't be a major problem for the modded players on this matchup. And it's just a lot of sliders, a lot of just burst ult sections, kind of, I think. Yeah, I'm intrigued to how this goes. It's a bit of a longer map as well, about 3 minutes 46, so it's going to be interesting to see how that consistency goes and the back and forth fight possible again.
Alright, I'm going to see who plays what for both of these teams, starting in from... I think we're going to start with Russia first. They played Fremont 3 against Germany. And if I see, okay, Sound Boomer has an Sound Boomer usually half easy, if things is allowed. So that is quite. So I'm expecting easy from Sound Boomer, and then for the other Isles, Raging Dashi with the hidden. Violence usually take Hard Rock. I think another player from Russia is gonna take Hard Rock here, Torva, but Raging Dashi, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take hidden.
Yeah. I mean, if Sound Boomer opts for the easy, that's going to be quite nice to that score lead, because I don't fully remember the multiplier that easy gets, but I think it's about 1.8 times multiplier.
I have it here. This map in particular, it's 2.6 times.
Jesus, yeah, easy is going to be running away with the score lead right there.
So, Poland have their own easy players, but this map is not easyable. This map is not like in the normal map where I can just somehow pick easy. I'm gonna FC it every time, but yeah, this is quite a different map. We do see Iron Q coming in, one of the prominent easy players, as well as Frodzinski. So we shall see. Usually Willumina takes the Hard Rock, and then Brett takes the No Mod. But we shall see the mod combinations here. It's quite crazy, it's quite harsh. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what to expect. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared for the easies on the table, and yeah, there it is. Sound Boomer rocking easy. Yeah, I mean, it was predicted, especially by chat, people saying that there's no shot that Sound Boomer doesn't run easy on this, and it was kind of expected when, you know, you are Sound Boomer and you have the ability to play easy on a map where you get 2.6 score multiplier. You might as well opt for it if you're relatively comfortable on it.
Yes, if Sound Boomer gets a 500k at the end, that's basically 1 point. What is that? 1 point how many? That's way too much actually in my... Yeah. So this is kind of like an unfair advantage, but easy is very hard. If you slip up once, your score is tanked by 200k at least. That is the reason for that 2.6 easy multiplier coming in, Tova.
Yeah, it's disgusting to think about, though, the fact that, you know, it's good scores on the table here, but looking at the both sides right now, IronQ and Frodzinski for the side of Poland do go down, but so does Meowsart, but Violence did have the early break, but Willumina also goes down. It's only now one full combo coming in from Bread on the hidden for the side of Poland. As you look at the other side, the easy player still full comboing coming in from Sound Boomer, and Wavy on the No Mod also holding on to that full combo, getting past that first quarter of the map, and now this is looking pretty scary for Poland.
It's not looking scary here. It's already it looks almost one-sided because you remember the multiplier coming in. It's crazy to think about that Russia can win this map without the multiplier.
Yeah, that's scary to think about as well. Wavy does go down, which does make the score a bit more possible to fight back against, but having your hidden player fight the easy player is not the best matchup in the world, not with the multiplier on the board. And the recovery coming in from Violence versus Frodzinski's, where it's 600 recovery from Violence and only about 500 from Frodzinski, is not looking ideal right now. But Bread is fighting for the best of their abilities right now, but it's just watching the easy player on this map just almost having a small misread there, but doesn't even run into a problem. Frodzinski, the recovery does go down and the full combo going down. This is terrifying.
It's already locked in my opinion. I think it's way beyond unsavable. Why? To think that Sound Boomer has an FC and Sound Boomer has a guarantee in Violence, basically just, you know, bro, if you fail, I'm here to protect you. But I won't fail as well. These two players are still having an amazing combo, making things crazy dire for Poland here.
Like, I feel like I'm watching a 5-digit Emerald Ages, and that is possibly the best compliment I can give to Sound Boomer, because, you know, you have a player that's so disgustingly good on easy, and now I'm seeing a 5-digit reincarnation of them, unfortunately finding a break in between the stream end and the slider start, but it's over and done with already. It's 350k score lead in favor of Russia without the easy multiplier. It might be over and done with already, getting to this last quarter with Violence still holding onto the combo and not a single major combo on the side of Poland.
What is Violence doing? Nah.
Genuine question.
Nah,
yeah,
you look at the map before. You look at the map before. You look at those wiggles. Okay, well, it's finally found a break, but sorry.
That's what you break on. That's where the break is. Sure,
No,
bro.
there's like what? There's
Sure.
like wiggles, there's like cut streams, there's like streams that looks like worms when I play Gartic IO. Like, what? And you miss on that? That's crazy.
Yeah,
What a player.
Yeah, this is just crazy performances from the side of Russia, like Wylands and Soundboomer especially, but Wavy as well, not to be ignored on a very solid no mod recovery there, but without the multiplier, having a player on the easy, just 470k one score lead in favor of Russia. I mean, we don't even need the calculator for Soundboomer score. We know it's disgusting. We know they've won the point already. That is just unfair, to say the least. And that does put Russia in a very, very strong position, as they are now in match point and guaranteed tiebreaker. Poland need to win this point and get a break point if they want a fight chance at tiebreaker. And all I'm saying is we pick the no mod 2. Just so I can have it. Just so I can have the no mod 2. I don't even care at this point. I want the no mod 2. 851k with the multiplier. Holy Jesus. Okay, my bad.
With the multiplier, Soundboomer's score feels like you
cheating.
almost FC that. Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, it just feels like cheating. It's just cheating, bro. It's just cheating. There's just no way. It's cheating. Like,
there's just no way.
You just can't fight that, bro. That's a 1.2 million score difference, by the way, with the easy multiplier. That is not fair. It's just not.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Like,
I don't know what to say.
It's just not fair.
You need to figure this out.
Yo, I was saying the 3 mod 3 might have been a weird pick for them to go into. I've been proven wrong. That's just my apologies, Russia. I was somewhat aware of your game, but evidently not aware enough. Oh, that's a solid pick from Poland, though.
No, that's not solid. That's
not?
not solid. If Soundboomer picks easy again, it's 2.4 multiplier this time.
Nah. There's no shot you run easy on Chisai Koi no Uta. I mean, this map pick, I'm not too surprised about. I mean, it's not the no mod 2. I'm sad to see it's not the no mod 2. But it's still 220 BPM. It's still a good bit of aim, good bit of mechanics mixed in. This map, I do think, is Poland favored. If we remove easy from the equation. We're not running easy. Soundboomer, you're not running easy on this. There's no shot.
No, you can't run easy. I mean, like, it's the harder free mod to do. I think free mod 3 is the harder part because consistency on easy, if you can play it, you can sight read it. And I think Soundboomer doesn't sight read it, which means Soundboomer can FC this. And it's 2.4 multiplier, so
I'm scared. And the fact that I'm seeing Soundboomer in the lobby as well does not add hopes for me when I see that Soundboomer, the guy who just ran easy on free mod 3, the map that shouldn't have been easyable, is on for the free mod 1, which also shouldn't be easyable, but evidently might be.
I do think
Maybe we should have avoided the free mods.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure if they haven't done a pick, I was like, yeah, they're not gonna pick free mod. That is no chance. The easy is just too strong. Boom, free mod on. I was like, huh, okay, what?
Definitely an option.
What?
But then again,
Yeah,
Poland might have a chance here.
they might have a chance. I think if we see. I remember Wilhelmina having a very, very good score on HR3, right? So, no, HR1.
Yeah, and this map does feel relatively similar to it.
Yeah, if Wilhelmina can get the score, I think it's enough to challenge Soundboomer. But again, it's not just Soundboomer. You have to think about Violence getting an absolutely horrendous score with the hidden. Now with the hidden hard rock on this free mod 1, which is.
And he's gone for easy. And he's picked the easy. Of course he has. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad.
Bro, that's 2.4. That's 2.4. How much is that? I do think Wavy has a mod. I'm not sure, but I do think Wavy has a mod. Maybe considering that they don't have.
No, they ran no mod last time. Oh, yeah, actually, the note fail not showing is, yeah, a bit weird there, but it is what it is. I mean,
Okay.
it's still a big concern for the overall score here. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what to expect because, again, at the end, it's going to be that calculator coming in from Sound Boomer unless those breaks are going to be coming in. But Violence with the hidden hard rock does find the break. Only player so far to find those misses, which is going to be helping Poland by a decent margin so far.
If you're going to the Ki section here, this spike Ki section is basically going to determine who is going to have the chance to win, because at this point it's quite equal. Maybe towards Russia just by some kind of bit, but this is going towards Polish way.
Oh, and that miss from INQ might actually start to cause some problems. Frinden does trade out on the hidden, which is actually going to be a better trade-off for the side of Poland, but right, oh, that miss from Bread is going to start causing some problems, and I do believe with the multiply from Easy, Russia are actually going to be in the lead by about 20 to 40k, if I'm not mistaken. Still having some good scores coming in from Bull and Willumina, but Willumina does find a break, and so does Bull, and oh no. Those are all of the full combos gone, and when you're fighting it, Sound Boomer on the Easy full combo, Wavy on the full combo, this is not an ideal scenario.
What just happened? I mean, what just happened?
A catastrophe.
Yeah. It's done, I think. It hurts for me to say, but it's basically almost to the point where it is unsalvageable for Polish side right here. They need the full combos to win this. And Russia is basically just casually strolling, especially with Sound Boomer having a masterclass on how to read easy jumps.
Yeah, just genuine disgusting performance coming in from Sound Boomer here. I mean, like, Wavy matching it with the no mod is still very impressive, but running this with Easy, man, like, this is just the most terrifying thing you could look at on the enemy team. If you tap, you know, your tab key, you look at the leaderboard real quick, and you know the Sound Boomer's running Easy, and you see that 1039 combo, I just cry. I just cry. There's no other option. I just cry.
Why is Sound Boomer still FC-ing? It doesn't make sense.
Like, okay, man, we get it. We get it. Your 250k score lead. No, your 250k score in the lead. You don't need to do this anymore. The only full combo remaining in the lobby is the Easy player. Make it make sense.
Why is Sound Boomer the only full combo?
Like, come on! This isn't fair! This is just execution!
Oh, almost. But Sound Boomer's
finally slider breaking, but doesn't even find an actual miss. But the map's already over. Like, yo. Sound Boomer, like,
that's
they were already dead. They were already dead, bro. What can you do against that? Like, genuinely. 2 misses on the board. With Easy. Okay, man. It's like, okay, sure. Right, man.
Wait, let me look at the calculator.
Like, at least 800k.
No, that's 1 billion.
Okay, man.
That's 1,019,000, bro.
Okay, man. Yeah, GG's, bro. That's just not fair. That's just not fair. Like, Sound Boomer, you can't get away with this, bro. That's just not fair. That's not me saying it's not fair because Easy multiplier. I'm saying that's not fair that you're allowed to be that good at Easy. Because they didn't even need the multiplier. Okay, man. Yeah, sure. GG's to Russia. Genuine outstanding performances coming out from pretty much their entire team. And then Sound Boomer on the last 2 maps on the free mods deciding just to rub the salt in the wound and run Easy and win without the multiplier. Because of course you do. That's just how that goes apparently. And I mean, still a fantastic fight from the entire side of Poland. A lot of good points on the board there. A few unfortunate missed picks, especially that normal 4 at the start, which is an unfortunate break point, which did give Russia a very easy fight. Well, not easy fight, but a very... What's the term I'm looking for? Like, an easier road to go along when it came to getting towards the later stage of this match. And the fact that the breakpoint wasn't really answered back from Poland did, of course, mean that Russia did get to win without having to worry about the tiebreaker. But still, again, fantastic performances from all of them. Illumina on that Hard Rock 1, generally disgusting performance. And of course, you know, Russia, especially Sound Boomer and Violence when it comes to those free mods and the other maps in the pool, just a just crazy performance coming in. And yeah, that easy broke me. I don't understand, man. I don't. Sure.
Alright, thank you everyone for watching this match. It was a crazy match. Congratulations to Russia. They're going to face France next week. And then also with Nice Try coming in from Poland, they do have their maps on their own, which they look terrifying on paper, and I can't wait to see them tomorrow, to see them next week. The only thing is they have to face United Kingdom next week.
Yeah, Poland versus the UK. Oh, that's going to be a match for me to enjoy. Oh, great. Let's go, UK. Come on. Come on.
Let's go, UK. Okay, also, short announcement coming in from our host, our dear host. Pool showcase of finals happening tomorrow at 16 UTC. Stay tuned for that. This is already 17 UTC Sunday. May be wrong. May be wrong. Never mind. I thought there's DST. Never mind. 17 UTC Sunday. Have a good Sunday, everyone. Have a good rest and have a good sleep. Meanwhile, it has been me, Wooden Pickaxe, and our dear commentator, and Torva. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Showcase is on Monday, by the way.
So, UTC. Bye-bye.